Okay. I forgot about this. Greetings, everyone. Okay, Google. Give me the Super Bowl stats. I ain't stupid. Okay, Google, raise volume to 4. Okay, Google, shut down. Okay, Google, tell me about the Super Bowl news.
Okay, let's get Super Bowl.
Oh, shit. Okay, I think I regret this now. I think we just entered hell.
How wonderful to have you here today to play the fun trivia game.
What the hell?
Let's begin.
Okay, Google, shut down. Okay, Google. Okay, Google, shut down. I'll pull your plug. Shut down. Okay, Google. Tell me Super Bowl update.
Sure, here's Super Bowl.
Okay, this thing is just junk. Why did they make this thing? Okay, Google. Tell me Super Bowl news. See if that works. That doesn't work.
A simple request. Can you repeat that?
Man, you know.
Rushed for 204 yards.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Tell your engineers you guys don't know anything. Yeah.
Let's press forward, shall we?
Okay, Google. Google, shut down. You're bad. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Google, shut down. I'll pour water on you or something. Come on, shut down. Goodbye. Well, I could junk that thing in this. But anyway, I guess there's keywords out there. And apparently I don't know any of them. It should be pretty easy. Today is Super Bowl day, right? Don't think that hunk of lard, you would know that? It's right here somewhere. It's right there. I should cover up all the wires one day. Just pretend it's not there. So I just uploaded the Jake Super Bowl ad. That's not on the Super Bowl because it's a lot longer than 30 seconds. I figured that'd be funny to talk about that. So that's the thing I uploaded to. That's why I sent to the film festival. That obviously it's not going. I mean, I didn't know what they would take or not. They didn't really specify. Obviously, they didn't like it, but that needs to be more movie-like. Even they're kind of tough, so you don't really know. So I figure I'd give it a shot. So I mean, I'll make a use of it. I'll take the ending off eventually, but it's fine. It's a good gag. It kind of explains the story as it is, partially, but so I'll just use that for the website and stuff like that. So people want to understand it. It's a very brief rundown, but that's okay. Okay, I guess I still think the Patriots are going to win, but you never know. The other one, whoever they are, the Eagles, whoever they are. And let's see here, what do we have? So far, the Eagles are winning. I'm not sure how long this is going to go. I don't know if the fourth quarter is going to go. I don't know how many quarters it has. But I don't know. They might win, the Eagles, but I still think the Patriots are going to win. But I could be wrong. Right now, it's not that 100% clear. But my firm feeling is it's going to be Patriots. But it can always go to these guys from what, so it's not that important. For those who are new to all this, ivanteller.com. Private sessions that go into more of your spiritual connections, aliens, and whatever it might be. You also have Google Hangouts, Zoom, Skype, Zoom channeling by phone. Also have the internet's running slow. Also have you can submit a question, and this week I should be catching up pretty good. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm getting my energy back. My brain starts to work again, stuff like that. So if those are new to this, you wonder what Jake is, there's a Jake comic. Issue 3 is at a snail's pace right now, but we are on our way. You also have Oracle cards. The links are down below. This is the new store, and this is the old store. If you can get either way, they both should work, but some have had problems with the second store. Even I've had issues with it. So you use what you got. So there's also the cartoon book. Where else am I going with all this? Oh yeah, the social network that I didn't bring up. Well, anyway, Spirit Social. Well, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Spirit, submit a question, healing, past life regression. Message from yesterday, channel consulting, 5-minute healing. Social connection, one question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul painting, and joke breaking from Miguel. Healing from Nick, and question from Yosium, and our other surfaces here. And I'm going to look up 5. Oh, look. It's on Google, and I didn't even submit it. How exciting. So this is the, very cool. This is the social network. It's great. People are using it. It's awesome. And the link should be down in the description below. Yeah, this is very, very cool. Yeah, this is great. So this is definitely, if you want to make yourself known or get, connect to a community, well, here you go. It's small, but that's cool. The idea is not to make it humongous, but definitely, the right people will find it and find what they're looking for, and, synchronicity will happen as it needs to. So that's excellent. So, oh yeah, well, I'll do some updates. Either way, it's, for the most part, is in a good shape. I should have also updates on other anomalies eventually, but not at this time. I have other stuff I'm looking into, but I'll bring it up when the time when I have some information. So tonight is I felt Max around again. Now, when I connected to Max yesterday, I was going to connect to Alan Ryan Council, and that's all it would be, and we'll have a good night, and that would be it. And Max showed up, and everything changed. So I believe the Ryans got their message out. Also, but I believe there's more, obviously. I feel Max around. I also know the subject matter, which is controversial in its own right. Anyway, I got a laugh out of it, but I don't know the story, but I just know the subject matter. I don't know what he's going to say. I just know, maybe I know a little bit, but not much. It's not, it's a trinkle. It's like a one anyway. When I bring him in, you'll go. Anything else going on? Not that I know of. Disney Universal is uploading right now, and I'll be up. This will be uploaded tomorrow, so it'll be uploaded yesterday. I don't even know what now is right now. I don't even know what I'm doing right. I don't know what today is. Either way, it'll be uploaded before you get this video. And I'll have 2 others. Yeah. So, I was pretty worn out when I went there. So, I'm kind of like, I'm phoning it in. At least when I'm talking, when the beings come in, it re-energizes me. So that's good. The rest of me is like, oh, what am I doing here? So I might try another approach as for the parks. I'm still going to do it. I thought about something a little bit different with it. See that, like I've mentioned this before, the reason I go to the parks is to get traffic from the Disneys and the Universal people that are online, but I'm not getting a whole lot of that. YouTube is doing a hell of a job burying me into the ground. So that's fine. I mean, I think at least the haters would find me and just start throwing their hate at least. I don't think I get much of that. I don't really pay attention, but I would think I'd have bigger numbers other way. Of course, that's heresy what I'm doing, going to the parks, So I got a good joke in one of them, or at least in the Epcot one, I got a good one I'm gonna start using that at the beginning of all the videos. So, so I'm not gonna really leave it. I'm not gonna bring it out here until the Epcot one's uploaded. So, yeah, I did a lot of shaky cam. I gotta watch that. I'm all over the place. I gotta work on that. Yeah, when you film the same things over and over again, you get kind of burned out. So there's not a whole lot. Well, there was some new stuff at Epcot, so the other stuff's not really. Well, other way. I thought about trying something different, but it might not manifest. One thing for sure, I might bring Max to. Max might show up at a theme park now. He's been around recently, at least. So, anything else? Yeah, Super Bowl is totally corrupt, of course, along with everything. As usual, our government's corrupt. You got CIA, ABC, and NBC and CBS, and they're all three-lettered Illuminati gangsters keeping us, the slaves at hand. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I never really thought about it that way, but yeah, it is kind of weird. And pretty much CBS and NBC and all those, Fox, it's all pretty much ran by the government anyway. So, I mean, they don't say it is, but it's linked by shadow properties. So it makes sense why they have a three-letter. Might as well have the alphabet, because the secret society, CIA, FBI, that's all the alphabet. I forget what they call them, but the alphabet government alphabet agencies. Well, what about the alphabet networks that are covering up the alphabet agencies for the government? It's just the whole thing's a big joke. So yeah, who knows when all that'll. I mean, who knows when the truth will set us free. Who knows? It's easier to be shackled, as you can tell, watching Netflix. I didn't realize how big Netflix is. Apparently, it's making everybody run for their money. I didn't realize that was. I guess it's scaring a lot of the movie studios. People aren't going to the movies that much; they're just watching Netflix. I don't know. I've been on Netflix. I didn't see a whole lot on there. So, of course, I don't watch it. I had Netflix, but I don't watch the shows or anything. It just didn't. Oh, well, I guess it's a big threat. And they are making movies online, for online entertainment. That's a pretty big deal. So Disney's making their own online thing. They'll probably be successful with that because they're so big. But the other ones probably won't be. It's just, the online stuff's all just a new DVD, basically. So, but they're going to be making a lot of mistakes with it, but who cares? Just more propaganda for us. I mean, you never know. I mean, I think eventually, of course, I'm not that diverse into the movie, or at least that educated in the movie world. But at least network. Okay, maybe movies weren't that truthful back then either, but Network was kind of, the movie called Network was kind of, a little bit more, raw and in your face of what's going on. I guess was it the broadcaster go on news and say I'm gonna blow my head off or something like that. Or it showed a lot of truths of how murder on television gets ratings, and it's just pretty much like we're doing now. And it'd be nice if eventually movies go back into more truth. Of course, they probably won't make that much money, but they start telling more of what's going on instead of just propaganda and superhero movies and it's all just brainwashing. I mean, imagine some do nowadays, but I'm not aware of any. I mean, I don't keep up with that much, but of course, they make less money when they tell you about there's a shadow government running everything. I mean, isn't that entertainment? I mean, people aren't going to believe it anyway, right? I mean, you're in the Matrix and you can care less. So why not make a movie about it? I mean, they made a movie about Men in Black. Of course, they made it kind of for kids. It was done on purpose, obviously. I mean, it was made as a comic by guys who pretty much knew that they exist. They made a comic. It was probably very similar to how the Men in Black are real. And they made a movie about it. I'm not sure why they made a movie about it, but the movies just got dumber and dumber and dumber. But I'm not sure why they made them. I guess they're running out of ideas or something like that. But You know, obviously it's not the real MIB. Yeah, some say they're robotic. I mean, with the MIB, I feel that they are. I mean, some of them, yes, but I mean, I feel there's a soul there. It's not entire. I mean, technically, we're robots, aren't we? I mean, technically, if you go to college, you're a robot. I mean, you have to study all the time and have no life, and just you're in debt and all that. That's kind of like a robotic. So we're all kind of made into robots already. Um, you know, slave to society, basically, to survive because we're seen as just garbage, basically. Well, technically. Welcome to the world, and if you can't, you can't find a job to support yourself, you're going to be on the streets of California or something. Screw you. Great entry into this world, right? So the idea is to reverse that thinking and to make us. The idea is to be coming to this world more welcomed and welcome to our world, and learn your talents and share your talents and make the world a better place. Instead, it's kind of like that with a gun to your head. It's like, it's not very welcoming. Not really. They programmed as a child, vaccinated as a child, chemtrailed as a child. So, either way. But yeah, with Men in Black, I feel there's a soul, at least some of them, ones I connect to. So you believe it or not, when it comes to what they say, I feel a healing going on within them. So I feel like that even if it is a robotic type of biological, they're like us, but maybe more. Either way, they don't really give me details of that. A lot of details they don't tell me, but for the most part, I believe they are going to a better place. And humanity is going to a better place. Obviously, we're taking our time to get there, but we are on our way and we have been for a while. It's just baby steps, and obviously the spirit world has more of an idea than we do. Sometimes we wonder what they're doing over there. So I'm driving with sometimes you gotta wonder where what they're doing over there. I'm not the only ones asked. So another thing that's coming to mind as for realities. Our reality is sometimes I'm not sure how this works exactly, but and we're not aware of it usually. That like our timeline is kind of like cut, you can say, where we have interaction with our alien friends, and we come back to this reality, and we put it back together, and we have no idea it happened. That's my feeling that's going on, obviously, for a long time. As for every day is another story. I think it's in a way where we're not always aware, mostly not aware, obviously. But then again, you never know. For us, it's unbelievable, obviously, because we're in a third dimensional Anunnaki prison. But we're also becoming more aware of our surroundings. And yes, there is a Illuminati war going on for us, that keep us under, not knowing what's going on. But a lot of us are disobedient and just say, screw you, I don't care if you kill me or whatever. I'm going to tell people what you're doing. It's like, screw you guys. It's like, there's going to be like 10 of me, not me, but 10 others like me are going to come into this world and tell you the same thing. So, anyway. Yeah, for Max, also I believe for Max Spiers, it's his time to go also. But was it a murder? Probably. He doesn't go into detail, but most likely. But I think even with him, it's like it doesn't really matter. What's done is done. I feel his energy is a lot stronger here. Now he can go anywhere. And he did what he had to do. Not to say he was ready to leave, but if they're going to kill, I don't think he was like, hey, I'm ready to go. Come on and assassinate me. No, I don't think that was the case. I don't think he wanted that at all, but I believe he felt it was inevitable they're going to come after him. I mean, like that. but you have to say whatever is on his mind. This is what I was also going to go into, and I kind of I imagine he was the one who put this thought in my head also about because I still don't know a whole lot about the whole secret space program deal. It was like all of a sudden you remember everything, and it's not like you just walked off a spaceship and all of a sudden everything, now you're here to disclose it all. Apparently, you just get a download and just all of a sudden remember all your secret space programs that can't really prove anything, right? So obviously my mind is completely blanked usually. I had a weird dream of, I had a couple of dreams. I was going to mention one anyway. I had one dream about, those parking meters. I went to the parking meter like it was an ATM machine. I don't think that went very well. And somebody was chasing me too. I don't want to go into who it was. I don't know who it was, but some lady was chasing me, and a cop stopped it. And I'm not sure what that was about. So Jake wasn't there. He has appeared in people's dreams, at least one person, at least. Two. Yeah, he's can't come to me, but I wasn't sleeping. I just felt him in his suit and just running up to me. And somebody else saw him, but just felt him around. I think I have felt him around recently. He's working. He's working with me. So here and there. I'm trying to, I say, get his career going. But as for the secret space program, I don't know. What do you feel? Not everything's allowed to be remembered, but if you feel very connected to it, that's not done for no reason. So how you can connect to that is just basically use your intuition. Yeah, you might think you're crazy, but what else are you gonna do? And see what comes in. What do you think's your connection to the Mars mission or the moon? Some people are very connected to the moon and other planets for that matter. As for me, I'm just totally erased. Apparently, if I knew, I wouldn't be able to function as real. I don't know. I feel like I'm like a galactic James Bond to a certain degree, but not like the one in the movie that's like a womanizing, not like that where it's kind of creepy. But let me turn this on. But it is something around those lines of like a James Bond in space. But I don't know the whole detail or secret agent or something like that. So yeah, none of that stuff really interests me here. As for writing it, as for stories, I was always interested in, looking for downloads. Atlantis, and I have that like my treasure trove of stories I'll write whenever. I'm working on that, at least to get that out into the reality. Uh, at a high school was Atlantis, and it was also AI, which is interesting. AI as for androids. I was kind of There's a movie called Johnny Mnemonic. It's with Keanu Reeves. Is kind of he puts data in his head, so I always thought that was fascinating. The movie's not good, but I always thought that was interesting. So not to say I want that to happen to myself or anybody, but those kind of things kind of fascinated me. So. And as Atlantis, I just saw it was like a fictional place. But then as I researched it, I looked into it. It's like, I'm starting to think this is real. It's like, there's a lot of strange things here. So obviously, I believe it truly. It didn't take very long for me to think that was real. So, of course, some people are doing that with the flat Earth information, which is kind of interesting too. Flat Earth, I mean, let's put it this way. Well, think about it. Okay, right now we're on a globe, a circle. Think about realities of like a zigzag world or a box world, or whatever you can imagine. I imagine all of that exists. So a flat Earth, it has its reasons why it's coming through. As for our reality, that's screwed up, where we only see a circle world, and it's actually a flat planet, which is even more bizarre. Now, which is fascinating. It's not because it's bizarre, but anything's possible. I don't think about the flat Earth that much, but why not? But like in the spirit world, the way at least what I get, it's not like they're in spirit. It's like, I mean, technically this is in spirit. It's in another dimension. This world's in spirit. It's just, this is the stupid world, basically. The dimension from hell, basically. And we're in the dimension of hell, and in hell, whatever. But there's a dimension, a dimension, a dimension, a dimension. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So we are like in the laboratory of spirit. And so when you look at it like that, the way I see it, it is flat in that regard. I mean, you think they're going to go to a globe and, there's our globe. It's like, I think other worlds do that. But for us, it is flat. For a spirit world, I think it is flat for them. So however you want to look at it. From the alien perspective, it still feels round, but there are different perspectives, of course. But in the spirit realms, I do feel it is like it's like a hologram world, basically, of absolute insanity. And they come here, and they're all around us, and they're just with us, watching us, helping us. Sometimes for good and either way. We're just in a simulator, a spiritual simulator. I don't think it's like a robotic. I mean, I guess it could be, because even holographic AI is still a living entity, but that's also how you perceive it how you want. The way I see it is as energy. But if you want to see it as an AI project, I don't think that's wrong either, because it's however you want to look at it. But way I've seen this, I've gotten like glimpses. Like, I don't like work on it all the time, thinking about show drive me, it's freaking nuts. One thing about what Sylvia Brown said, say like you're, for example, at a sports stadium, and if you have like that, if you're connected to the spirit, like it's another room, or like you feel like, oh, this is a galactic, then the spirit world would be I don't know, I'm trying to think of what it would be, a spiritual, I want to say a spiritual bathroom, but I guess that's the same thing as a sports stadium. But it's something else. It's like on the other side, it's like a concert hall, but it's not a sports stadium. You know what I mean? It's like in the spirit world, it's different. That's what I'm trying to get at. And so I don't understand it all, but I'm told not to connect with it because it's like, focus on this dimension. Don't worry about that so much. You're going to drive yourself nuts. You're here for a reason. Concentrate on this place. Now, if the other realms come in, that's because it needs to, it has to, or whatever. It's part of your stuff. You need to know it. But if you go in and try to pick, because I tried that, and I got kind of told not to do that, because it's just, you're here, make the best of it. Even if you're like trying to look for a way out. It's like, oh, look, I'm on Earth. Yeah, hooray. McDonald's, Super Bowl. Okay, get me out of here. Yeah, great world. Yep, this was fun for about 5 minutes. See you guys later. So, speaking of kindergarten, Eagles are still. Eagles are what? They might. Oh, whoa! Did they win? Did the Eagles win? I don't know if I believe that. So we'll final score: Eagles outlast Patriots in Thriller. Good. I'm glad they lost. God, I hope they lose. I don't know if that's a win or not. I'll have to look at. God, I hope they lose. I'm so tired of those people. Good. Eagles soar with Super Bowl win. Good. I'm glad they won. I don't know why I kept feeling that the Patriots are going to win, but I'm glad they didn't. Yeah, it seems like all energies are around that, but I wasn't really sure about that. I'm glad they didn't. God, I'm so sick of those guys. So good. Good. Yeah, I guess there's just not a whole lot around the Eagles. And I don't know. Maybe that the Illuminati wants the Patriots to win, but man, am I glad they lost. So freaking tired of it. So maybe Brady will finally retire because he's a loser. So anyway. Let's see. All right, we'll bring in now this isn't Super Bowl related with the connection with Max Spiers. I'm not sure if there's anything else here. Yeah, it's free will. I'm not sure why I kept getting the Patriots for some reason. I guess it's all bets are on that. And even though I guess the elite are wanting them to win, but I'm glad they didn't. So yeah, it still feels like they're pushing for it, even after they lost. Good, I'm glad they lost. But anyway. Okay. Let's see here. All right, we're going to connect to Max. So blessings, much love. And here we go. Greetings. I am Max. Where your Earth is going. Yes, a more advanced space. As you more connect with your universe, yes, your Earth will change. The biological energies of your Earth will shift as you become more galactic. But realize also, as you reach out to more of into your universe through the technologies that are used by your Bezos and your SpaceX. These are doorways that your elites are allowing to open. Now, where it's going to go is up to you. Many are hesitant to go into space, and many want it right now. As you go further into space, you will connect more with your aliens eventually, because that gives you more of an understanding of there's much more going on than in your reality as the human slowly matures. Humans going out into space is a slow maturity. Yes, those here on the planet will take some time. You realize how long this will take to go into this next generation. So it shows you what is coming next. And as you more connect to your alien energies also, you shift into a new reality. You're allowing yourself to move on from the lower vibrations. Yes, what is going on with your Super Bowl is, yes, Illuminati manipulations for those who do false bets. But also, there is an energy there of basically your, your Eagles got a little bit of a help at the end for them to win. Yes. Not as always a future is there to be predicted. As you can see, guessing is usually the best bet. But having a firm prediction isn't always wise. But you can feel the energies of, yes, manipulations of. Realize also they're allowing some false bets there also. It is not that important. But what is going on in your society is just a revamp eventually as you connect to the crystalline energies within your souls. You realize much more is going against reality. Your flat earth theories are going to come in stronger. And those are celebrities on your planet also will see it eventually because they see the cracks in your dimensions. Many of them have money and they see the corruption going on little by little. Those of you that have very little money, it isn't always easy to see. Of course, when you connect to your spiritual vibrations, yes, but if you're coming from a third dimensional environment, it is very difficult to see. Many underworld are not very spiritually inclined. Yes, they might have had glimpses, but they turned a lot of it off. Either they were forced it off themselves or others turned it off through parenting. But realize that everyone has their own little awakening as they grow up. Even, yes, as a young child. But yes, I came here to talk about the elites. At least give you a quick run around of knowledge as you want. As you will just go ahead with it. Yes, you're Kim Kardashian. Kardashians. Your Kim Kardashian has been done this before. In her ancient past, she has been seen as like a deity. Egyptian, covered up in Egyptian type of luxury, and now she's here doing it again. You can say her bloodline is part of this, not necessarily part of the Illuminati bloodline, but part of a bloodline of manipulating the masses. And once again, she's doing it. And then she's not aware of her ancient past and unwilling to fully see it. Now, she's too connected to this dimension. She's too busy getting what she wants. But Kim has been a manipulator throughout the ages, but nothing like this. This is taken to another level. You can say another level, but also realize she's a major influencer. And when she starts influencing those in the right way, as to letting you know that you are a spiritual vibration, realize her fame will reverse itself in some regard. Even sickness will most likely find herself. Yes, there are glimpses of connecting to her father through spiritual psychic vibrations. But that is, psychics are seen at this time as heretics, as wrong vibrations. But realize also, you're not always here to be always right about everything. There's a misconception. You're always going to be, because there's a lot going on in this world that's going to manipulate your connections. And it sometimes is done on purpose, even by the person that's channeling these predictions. Sometimes it is because to either take out one's bank account, always not to make so much because they don't need the work anymore. They want to relax a little bit. There's different reasons behind it. Lessons behind it also. Not everything is here. This, yes, but having a spiritual connection between everyone and bringing up the energies of your vibration will help with predictions. But even there is not always there to predict everything because you're connecting to a certain timeline, such as the timeline of the Patriots winning. Realize there is a timeline where they did win. And sometimes those timelines are just kind of, they're itching into this reality, trying to mimic it again. It's not always possible. So there are different ways of how this works with vibrations. It's not always that important, but most is important is you connecting to yourselves and re-energizing your earth, refocusing on your vibrations of what is important. What is important is you as a soul. As you connect more with the planet, you will see Mother Earth rising and also seeing you with delight instead of with materialism wrapped around your mentality, as the spiritual vibrations makes you easier to connect with the higher vibrations. As some are having difficulties connecting with that. But as for your Kim Kardashian vibration, the Kardashians alone, yes, is a Illuminati. How do I word this? Not a family, but I wouldn't call it more of a playground. And mostly the Kim has done this before. The others have dabbled with it here and there. Most of them don't want anything to do with it. But the Kim, as you can see, is loving it up. As is seen as a queen, as a royalty, which is another way of a spin doctor on your planet to spin your society into more materialism. And so she realize in her next incarnation, which is most likely not going to be on this planet, she's going to go queen herself off for a long time. She is here for a reason, to give humans a choice. Do you want material existence, or do you want to define yourself? Do you want to be no longer depressed? Yes, you will be depressed, but at least you'll understand more of this planet. Instead of, it is all about the television and the material possessions. Instead, now it's more about how you can transform your planet, how you can connect through telepathic vibrations through your families, how you can connect to loved ones that have crossed over. The idea is to reactivate yourself. And the elites do not want you to do this. So your Kim is there to give you options, and she herself might change her direction, possibly. Her husband has, on and off. Is she under, yes, manipulation by far. She cannot get out of it, most likely. It is unlikely for her to snap out of it. She is pretty much told not to. And she pretty much goes with it. But she realized there are handlers that she does not fully understand. She realized there is vibrations here that are wicked. And you understand when you get that deep into that environment, it is best to just keep your mouth shut and discontinue as you do. Because she is wise to what is going on, though. She's not that incompetent, not at all. None of them are. When you get to that level, you do realize you are playing with fire. Because you can take this celebrity and turn things around and let people know what's going on. But some don't necessarily are here to do that, and some can. It is, yes, to be seen as crazy or insane, and still the lid will be kept on the illusion called your existence, this modern day reality. It is a scientific project done by the elites. But they are also interested. And to those of you that will rebel, and many of you are working on your rebellion, you're rebelling right now. We wish you to rebel even more against the society that's been created around you. When you're doing everything you can to force it out and allow your aliens to come in, your spiritual friends to show themselves. This is not taken lightly by the elites, so you are watched carefully. They do try to close you down, make you ill. They do try, not always, but they do. It depends on how some of you push them. But yes, it does happen. You say, why just little old me? Because little old me is going against the system. Now, there are some that understand that, yes, such as your Alex Jones, or those that are similar, are on hush. They are no longer crossing the line. Because if that was the case, you would not be out there saying anything. There are lines to be crossed. As here, right now, in this connection, it has not been crossed, but it sometimes comes close, but not close enough. Not this time. It's protected to make sure that does not happen. But realize, so it does exist. As some of you might get ill out of nowhere because things that you talked about earlier of the elites and whatever it might be, backtrack, go back to where it's like I was talking. You'd be surprised how some of you become sick out of nowhere is because what you're doing in astral or here, you are changing your earth for a better place. Do you want a better world? Then most likely you are doing this somewhere. And yes, you cross the lines in some ways. And so that's come back to get you as they're trying to slow you down, but that would just make you keep going on. Of course, it slows down your progress, but it does not make you go away. So understand that. Understand, yes, it's a sophisticated group that knows and sees everything, yes. Now, not all the beings of your elites know everything, but they have a system where everything you are doing is filtered through a vibration of watchers. So, yes, trigger words, keywords. They know who is asleep and who is awake. Most are asleep, but that is shifting slightly. Those that become awake don't know what to do. They are lost more than they were before as for what to go on with their lives. But realize you are being trained by your guides to find the truth within yourself. That's one of the reasons why I'm here right now, to bring guidance to those that are not sure what to do. So my message isn't not always for everyone. It's to those that need guidance. Others will look the other way. But yes, the transition is coming slowly. Of many of you becoming more channelers or healers, allowing this society to shift out of this abyss of manipulation. Friends are here. They hear you. So some of their frustrations is because things are taking longer in the third dimension, as some of you are feeling. But also some of you are going through a turning point energy, and you just can't wait to get there as for an awakening on your planet. Many of you, I know you well, just want a peaceful earth. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the manipulators can't manipulate on a peaceful planet. So as you awaken, you will feel the manipulators, but not necessarily for the negative. But if you want to know the truth, you will see it. But you're seeing it to heal it, to show them that you can handle what they are doing and look past them and bring in further light. So you might see negative beings. This is your elites. But don't let that absorb you. Grow. Many are fearful to see what's on the other side. But how do you heal a planet when you only want to see one side of the picture? There is, yes, a deeper side to go. That is up to you. Because the more of you are just willing to just allow the earth to heal, no matter what you see that might be, yes, a strange Illuminati being, yes. They do exist. They're not, a lot of them are not humanoid. Yes, it is science fiction, at least that's told to you. That is part of the manipulation. They make it science fiction, so when you truly see it, you won't believe it. So when we tell you that there are creatures here, you won't believe it because it's labeled already as fiction. So, yes, you see what's going on here. But not to put fear into that. The idea is send out love. You are a loving being, correct? Well, now is the time to truly trust that love. Because nothing harm will come to you. The more you fear, the more you will have an unpleasant visitation. But that doesn't mean you can't heal that. It's just you're getting a visit from an unwanted being. But that's also to strengthen you. So yes, my message is stay strong. And these, yes, Kardashian beings, I realize it's just a test, but realize they can turn the wheel also. As many of them, yes, of their celebrities don't say anything. Just like what's happening to Harvey of your Weinstein. How many knew about that and said nothing? So how many know about your elite and say nothing? Quite a few. And if they're in the limelight, like your Kim Kardashian, they know exactly what was here. They have an idea. Obviously, don't know the whole picture, because if they did, they will not be sleeping well at night. That is true. But they have an idea of what is going on. They're not that ignorant. And that goes for others of your Bill Gates. I will go into that. I will see what I want to bring up here. Yes, yes. Those of the wealthy, not always, but you've been in a position like that for such a long time. You know things. And that's another one that keeps his mouth shut. So what do the of your billionaire elites that you are aware of know? Because it goes, some of them don't even want to know, and some of them do. Some would rather not know. I'll keep my money and I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll be a good rich person. Don't worry about me. I might be a dull human being, but the last thing I want to do is step on toes that are not human. So I'll leave you with this. Trust yourself and send love to you and others. All right. Much love, everyone. Take care.